I have analyzed thousands of people across different ethnicities, lighting conditions, and environments. When people choose random colors to stand out, the color oftentimes separates from them. But when color is relational and is chosen based on science, presence emerges without effort. That distinction is not subjective. It's objective. Modern advice oftentimes rewards visibility, not coherence. And social media trains people to increase contrast, increase saturation, and increase boldness. And so color becomes a tool for volume, not alignment. A color is treated as a signal flare instead of a relational and scientific system. Now, when you choose wrong, people notice the color before you, and then presence feels forced. Compliments oftentimes sounds like, I could never wear that. And the energy feels separate from you. The eye registers the color first and the person second, while radiant colors are those that are responding to the person and creates harmony across skin, hair, and eyes. It is the moment when nothing feels added or imposed. Radiance doesn't announce itself. It rests in dominant presence. People who are radiant don't try to stand out. They choose coherence over performance. Their presence feels calm, grounded, and inevitable. Standing out is an intention. Radiance is the consequence. Let's apply the 3 colors that I've mentioned in the beginning to my client and see if he will stand out or not. If you think seasonal color analysis terms, you will come to the conclusion that he is a winter type. Because he is deep, you will classify him as having cool undertones and that he has high contrast. You will see black, red, and yellow in the palettes. When you observe the black swatch, you will come to the conclusion that it is an aligned color, since he has quite dark hair. But it is rather a grounding color, not a color that will make him stand out or make him look radiant. When I apply a typical bright red that many people are going for when they try to stand out, you notice that the color stands out more than he does. So the color demands more attention than he can. In addition to that, this specific red frequency, the classic red frequency, is dissonant to his specific color type. And when I apply a typical yellow that you will find in many winter palettes, again, the color stands out more than he can. You notice the color first, and then you look in his face. And if you are trying to stand out, that's a problem, because you should be standing out, not the color. And contrary to the seasonal color analysis, he is not a winter type. And this specific yellow frequency is also very dissonant with his color type. Now, what does it mean when I say dissonant frequency? This is not a reference to any type of new age information that you might have come across. When I speak about frequency, I mean the visible light spectrum, where each color has its own wavelength, frequency, and energy level. So the visible light spectrum, meaning the light that comes from the sun, is a source of energy for the human body. And when we look closer at the red frequency spectrum, any garment that appears red means it reflects the red frequency spectrum and absorbs the rest of the visible light spectrum. A garment that appears yellow reflects a very specific yellow frequency within the visible light spectrum and absorbs all the other frequencies. And when a garment appears black, it means it absorbs the entire visible light spectrum. This has severe consequences for many color types that oftentimes believe they can wear black because it is deemed as a neutral, a classic color that everyone can wear. But in reality, very few can really wear it because it is absorbing the entire visible light spectrum. It is not reflecting any light back to your face. And for some color types, this is very detrimental. They oftentimes look sick, unhealthy, not radiant at all, overwhelmed and overpowered and invisible. After my client received his wardrobe palette 48, he asked me a question that he wanted me to answer in this video. This is what he asked. Out of my 48 colors, which color stands out the most? And in other terms, which color makes him stand out the most? Now, none of his features are bright, which explains that he falls into the medium chroma category. Now, that is not the case for all people. You will have a very unique chroma profile. Some people have bright chroma features and soft chroma features, which presents a wide chroma profile. So it will be very unique to you and will have very serious implications to the types of colors that you can wear. Now let's answer the question, which of his 48 colors makes him stand out the most. And there's only one frequency that can do that for him. Because of his color type profile, only Klamath Lake, as I call it in my ray color library of over 4,000 colors, is the color that makes him look radiant and puts a focus on his entire color type. And the highest amount of radiance can be achieved with this specific frequency, chroma, and depth, because it is not enough to just find the right frequencies. It is crucially important, if the goal is radiance, to find the right chroma and depth within the right frequency. My decade-long research shows that you will show chroma and depth gaps, which means that you will not be able to wear just any shade within this frequency. The reason why this specific shade within this frequency is the perfect color to make him look radiant and stand out is because this color alone has the right frequency, right wavelength, and right energy level to energize his complexion in skin, hair, and eyes. All his features are emphasized through this specific shade. Let's compare the three colors in the beginning with the right color, Klamath Lake, that I've chosen for him. I've already said in the beginning that black is a beautiful color for him that he can definitely wear, but it is rather a grounding color that will make him look grounded, while Klamath Lake will make him look radiant and stand out. And here you can see the difference. Comparing it to the red color, you will notice that red demands the most amount of attention, and only after you've noticed the red you look into his face. And in addition to the dissonance of the specific frequency, he has no chance of standing out or looking radiant. While Klamath Lake may seem like a subtle color, it is even one of his neutrals. It allows him to be energized and thus stand out much more. This shows you that you don't have to use the brightest colors to stand out. You need to find the right frequency, chroma, and depth to support all your features. Let's compare it to the yellow that was not only too bright for him, but also had the wrong frequency. It is very dissonant. It has the wrong type and amount of energy for his color type, while Klamath Lake has the right frequency, depth, and chroma for him to stand out. Now, if color has ever made you feel visible but not at ease, and if you've been noticed but not fully seen, that distinction matters more than trends, seasons, or boldness. Radiance is not louder color. It's color that finally belongs to you. If you have any questions about this video, please leave them in the comments. And if you want to elevate your radiance this year, feel free to subscribe and share this video with family and friends. And I recommend watching this video next.